This is the Skip Bayless Show, brought to you by FanDuel, America's #1 sports book. I'm sorry, I'm not backing down on this one. I remain the only man in the world who doesn't think the Luka trade was the dumbest trade in NBA history. You can capitalize all that. Only man in the world who doesn't think the Luka trade was the dumbest in NBA history. Now I'm doubling down. Declaring the Luka trade the dumbest trade ever has been the easiest premature second guess in NBA history. You remember Anthony Davis's first start for the Dallas Mavericks? In the first quarter, he went for 14 points, 8 rebounds, and 3 assists with a block. Those are absolute monster numbers. Then, unfortunately, he pulled something, said he wouldn't miss a game, and he missed 18 straight. After he'd played 76 of 82 the year before with the Lakers and seemed to be fairly durable through that season. Then, right on schedule in Dallas, everybody got or stayed hurt. The worst being Kyrie lost to an ACL tear. Gafford and Lively were hurt, on. Scathing investigative piece now on ESPN.com. Gets into all the dirt about how Nico Harrison turned the front office upside down, trying to rid it of the Doncic enablers and defenders, especially the medical staff, the training staff, turned it upside down. So much dissension over all the above. Nico's power play. Look, sometimes injuries just happen. I can't explain them. I hate them, but they just happen. They could happen with the greatest medical staff overseeing. And sometimes it just takes a while to heal, even with the greatest doctors presiding. All I know for sure is I'm going to say this again. If the Mavericks had stayed completely healthy, I would have liked their chances of winning it all this year much more than I would have liked the Lakers' chances of winning it all this year. When Anthony Davis did finally come back, and remember, he could have just shut it down for the rest of the season, but when he came back, did he ever come back? Did you see what the Mavericks without Kyrie did to the Kings in Sacramento in that play-in game? AD just dominated the paint on defense, just destroyed the Kings. Kings had trouble getting a shot up in the paint. Dallas 120, Sacramento 106 in Sacramento was highly impressive to me for a team without Kyrie. Then on Friday night at Memphis, all AD had was 40 points and 9 rebounds. That's all. Monster. There are many, many nights I think Anthony Davis is the best two-way player in all of basketball. But yeah, you're right. Luka's return to Dallas night was not one of those nights. Look, Luka obviously left his heart in Dallas. Luka went back on a mission to get Nico Harrison fired, to show Dallas just how wrong Nico was to trade Luka Doncic. Luka went berserk with revenge. 45 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, 7 of 10 from 3. Just played possessed that night. You saw it. While Anthony Davis played like a big, lifeless, overwhelmed weenie. Just drifted through that game. Had the quietest 13, 11, and 6 ever recorded. AD just pretty much stood out there on the court and let Luka Doncic make that trade look like the dumbest trade in NBA history. Thanks, AD. I needed that. That night, AD turned right back into what I used to say in his earlier Laker days, always disappointing. AD, always disappointing. Advantage Luka for one night. For one night, it was Matthew, Mark, Luka, and John. Luka was the gospel for one night. Then what happened, Laker Nation? What happened Saturday night out here in LA in Luka's first game that really mattered for the Lakers? What happened, Maverick fans? Were you watching? On display was every reason why Nico Harrison traded Luka Doncic. Luka did dominate the first quarter. He was front running, made 3 threes in the first quarter. But he spent himself, shot himself right out of the game, overamped, ran right out of gas. He's never in very good shape, still has that double chin, that little roll around the middle. Just hurts my eyes to watch that. In the second quarter, Luka made 0 baskets, 0. As the Los Angeles Lucas got blown off their home floor 38-20 in the second quarter. What? 6'9" Jaden McDaniels locked in on Luka and made him sweat, made him work, got him frustrated. Then took advantage of Luka when Luka was forced to guard him. Jaden McDaniels made 11 of 13 shots. On defense, Luka can get his hands on passes, play the passing lanes, but he can't guard anybody, even Jaden McDaniels. Yet Luka, before that game, Saturday night, had shamed Nico for repeating his mission statement, his mantra that defense wins championships. It does. Luka said, it's just sad about Nico. No, Luka, Saturday night was sad. Remember, too, that Luka takes and misses way too many threes. He's been hot lately, but historically, he's been more cold than hot, 35% from three for his career, while averaging 10 three-pointers a game. Scary, bad math. Matt fans, do you remember last year's NBA Finals? Luka shot his team right in both feet. He went 11 of 45 from three. That's 24%, and that was hard to watch. And Nico said, enough. Enough. Now, Luka has been on his best behavior so far in LA, but he can be hard to coach. He can be impossible internally to manage. He runs the franchise. He will run the Lakers for better and maybe for worse. And now more and more, he's becoming Mr. Laker, playing more and more hero ball, solo ball, trying to show Dallas what it's missing. Luka had 1 assist Saturday night. 1 assist. Hero ball. T-Wolves 117. Lakers 95. Out here in LA. 117-95. As the Lakers lost the second quarter, the third quarter, and the fourth quarter. Worst trade ever? Yet, now, every time I see Nico Harrison or see him on camera or read what he said somewhere on the internet, Nico comes across as this tortured, thin-skinned, broken man who now lives in witness protection. Come on, Nico, own what you did. Your instincts were correct. You got burned by the injuries, especially Kyrie's. You gambled with a fairly tight window, given Kyrie's 33 and AD 32. Maybe you correctly gambled, but you lost because of bad breaks. Now Kyrie won't be back until, I don't know, somewhere in mid-season from his ACL reconstruction. That's next year at midseason, but maybe next year can turn into the year. The window is still open. These Mavs are loaded with talent, and I am a fan of Jason Kidd as the coach. And this talent now includes Max Christie, who's barely 22 years of age. Could start next year for the Mavs as a 3-and-D piece. Christie came over in, that worst trade ever. Okay. Hey, Nico, you still have one believer out there. One believer out here. One in the whole wide world. Me. You can bet Nico will be watching closely Tuesday night from wherever he's hiding out in witness protection. I don't know, maybe it's Montana, Alaska, wherever. Tuesday night is pretty much do or die at home for the Los Angeles Lukas. The biggest, brightest spotlight and the most pressure will be on the man who left his heart in Dallas, Luka Doncic, number 77 in purple and gold. Now all the trade pressure falls back on him. Fans will be quick to overreact, especially Laker Nation. Don't let Luka struggle. Don't let his Lakers fall down 0-2 heading back to Minnesota for 2 games. By the way, the T-Wolves have now won 9 of their last 10, including Saturday night. So for them, game 2 will be just your basic free and easy gravy game. They got what they set out to take here in LA. They got a game. Now they'll play with that kind of loose confidence, embracing the we're not supposed to win anyway underdog role. As I mentioned, they're a 6-point underdog. So Saturday night, I had to change my pick from Lakers in 5 to Lakers in 7. I'll still go with the Los Angeles Lukas to win a close game 2, in part because I don't trust Ant-Man in the playoff game clutch. So I'll say Luka survives, Luka prevails, as Austin Reeves, the Laker closer, bounces back with a big fourth quarter to save Luka and LeBron. But I will not back off. Nico Harrison's instincts were right. I'm with you, Nico, wherever you are.